How would you describe city-county relations? And if you think they need improvement, what would you do to improve them?
Oh, this question, I'm sorry. This question, since we are rotating, we'll start with Maria Gutzeit. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. We'll rotate every question. It'll start with a different person.
Okay. City-county relationships, I think that is one of the most important things we need to work on up here. It's one of the top priorities in my ballot statement. As a water district director, I've found the benefit of working with surrounding agencies, working with Sacramento, working with agency organizations such as statewide groups on issues, and I think the city needs to do more of that, reaching out. I think they're doing a great job reaching out on the Las Lomas project. We need to reach out more, as one of the other candidates said, on development issues. One of the things that I've done that was a tremendous success, when the roads were washed out after the flooding on Bouquet Canyon Road, I knew they were going to be repaving it, and we had been working with the Bike Coalition a long time on bike routes in the surrounding county areas. Saw a great opportunity here to get more safety both for the cars and the cyclists by doing road widening when it was being repaved. It was very cost effective, and they were very willing to do it. So I think we need to look for those kind of partnership activities, and it'll only strengthen the city.
Great, thank you very much. That was Maria Gutzeit, candidate for Santa Clarita City Council. Next we have Bob Kellar. Bob, how would you describe city-county relations, and if you think they need improvement, what would you do to improve them?
Thank you. Obviously, we have Rosalind Wayman in the back of the room. I know who came up with this question. Working for Mike Antonovich. Good to see you, Rosalind. I think our relationship is very good. I think it's better probably than what it has, from my involvement in the last 8 years, I think it's probably better than it's ever been. By the nature of the city and the county, folks, we're going to always have a few issues to work out with the county. It's just, it goes with the turf. But you know what? We've got a good supervisor, we've got a sharp council, we've got good staff, and we sit down and we work these things out and we get things accomplished for the community. And I honestly feel that we've got a great relationship where we have these issues. We've been very effective in addressing them, and we'll continue to into the future. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much. That was Bob Kellar. And our next candidate is Bob Spierer. Bob, how would you describe city-county relations, and if you think they need improvement, what would you do to improve them?
I do agree that the city-county relations are better than they have been in the past, but there is still a little bit of strain. I think in particular dealing with the annexation issue. Before I talk about how I would address those, though, let me say that having been both a city department head and a high-ranking county official, I think I kind of understand the differences between the two, and I understand how they can and can't work together. I think paramount importance is open communications, and I see the City Council trying to do that right now. I think they're working very hard at it, and I think that that would be a very important part of it. The other part is to ensure that as we go through things, as the City Council works on issues, that not only do they communicate with the county, but they seek input from the county as well. I think that we're all looking for the same thing. I think the county is interested in the same thing the city is interested in. The city has a more narrow focus, and I would work very hard to keep those lines of communication open.
Thank you very much. That was Bob Spierer, City Council candidate. Again, we're in the middle of a debate for the candidates for Santa Clarita City Council, and our next candidate is Diane Trautman. Diane, how would you describe city-county relations, and if you think they need improvement, what would you do to improve them?
Well, I would agree that in the past they were more difficult, and they are much, much better now. Our planning staff is now working with members of the planning staff in the county very proactively about developments coming in and talking about making those road connections and those things work for us. So that's working very well, and the supervisor staff has been wonderful. Rosalind has helped me with a number of issues. So communication is key. In my business, it's key. It's key in everything, and we need to be very clear and working with one another and reaching out and talking about things. And we need to do that to members, people who are living in the unincorporated areas. We need to be reaching out to them and talking to them and reassuring them that we have a responsive, effective, accountable government here. When people can see things, when they understand them, when they're very clear and they're out in the public, people have a good sense of your authenticity and your integrity, and you're going to move forward. And if we keep demonstrating that to the county and they to us, I think we can do very well in the future as we build out.
Thank you very much. That was City Council candidate Diane Trautman. And now it's Lori Ender's turn to answer this question. How would you describe city-county relations, and if you think they need improvement, what would you do to improve them?
Well, I think it's important to remember that when you're talking city-county, it's not two government entities and whether they're friends or not. We're talking about residents and people. And truthfully, the people who are city residents are also county residents. And I'm sure that the other candidates will agree that we run into people all the time who aren't aware whether or not they live in the city limits. So to the general public, the city-county thing is a little bit of a blurry line. I think that the city and the county are working very well together on the One Valley, One Vision project. I've been involved in that from the parks standpoint and looking at the master plan for parks, and we're working with the county on that. And One Valley, One Vision really kind of sums it up. You can draw the line wherever you want, but it's not a fence. We are going back and forth. We utilize the same services, and I think we're of like ideas. I think Supervisor Antonovich, he serves the same population, city or county. And as city representatives, it's really incumbent upon us to work closely with his staff and with him to do the best thing for all the residents of the Santa Clarita Valley.
Thank you very much. That was candidate Lori Ender.